Hello, and welcome to the Loveology Podcast, where we talk about love and life with laughter. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jason.
He's the carefree one.
She's the serious one.
And we're married.
We have been since 2012, and we like to think of ourselves as a couple of loveologists.
Not because we are the experts, but because we just love love.
We enjoy studying and talking about it, so we thought, let's just start a podcast.
A place where we can share what we have learned about love, relationships, and marriage.
You can share what you've learned, and we can all grow together.
So here we are. Are you ready?
Let's get started.
What's up, everybody out there in podcast land? We got another episode of Loveology Podcast. I know I sound redundant every week, but hey, it's some new information on the inside. All you gotta do is peel back the cookie, and you have a new cream filling every time.
Peel back the cookie?
Not like Oreos, you know what I'm saying?
What?
What's up, baby girl? How you doing? It's my co-host.
Good. Still a little confused over that last statement.
Don't worry about it. You'll get it later on tonight. What's up, baby girl? How you feeling, man? What's up, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little tired today.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
Well, you watched HGTV all day yesterday. So.
I needed like a little, just kind of like a mental break and something pretty to watch. So that's...
That made you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Mission accomplished on that. So you ready?
Yeah. Always ready.
All right, we ready. Ready. So I hope y'all ready out there, man. We definitely appreciate everybody for checking in yet again. Don't know if y'all know this, but we've been doing this for a little while.
Yeah.
Right? We've been doing this for a while. For how long? What's going on? Well, I guess we could do it with a song.
Huh?
We could do it with a song. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. Then you supposed to do your part. You supposed to sing
Is that
part.
my part?
Yeah, that's your part.
Is that the part that I always sing?
Because I'm doing the lead. You supposed to hit me with the backup.
Okay.
Anyways, we got our first year anniversary, y'all. Shout out to the Loveology Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all for checking in.
Yes, and this is our first year anniversary for the Loveology Podcast.
For sure.
Yes.
Yes, we've been married for 7 years, going on 8 this year.
Yeah. What are we doing with the anniversary? It's in October, so we have a while.
Shoot, quarantining and chilling. we're gonna watch out for this second wave and this third wave. So be safe, y'all.
Right.
Do y'all research on that Spanish flu? But yeah, we probably gonna be chilling in October.
Mm-hmm.
All right, babe. How we gonna dive into this?
Yes, we just thought we'd have a little fun today and celebrate our first year anniversary of Loveology Podcast. And thank you all for rocking with us for a year.
Mm-hmm.
We've grown in a lot of ways. We've had a lot of fun, and we hope that we've helped you in some sort of way.
Yes,
as well, because doing this podcast has definitely helped Jason and I for sure.
Why you call my name first?
Because that's grammatically correct.
That is correct, and I think it helped me the most. Yeah, I probably got the most help out of all of this. Probably out of all y'all listening, I'm the main one that got helped. Yeah, so my little insecurities kind of bled out there. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we thought that we would start off by just talking about some of our favorite episodes. So we're going to do a recap, kind of summary of the year, some of our highlights, and also tell you, some of the biggest lessons that we learned and what are some things to come, what we can all look forward to learning about in next year.
Oh,
or
yeah.
the rest of this year.
For sure. And before we jump into that, I want to give a special shout out to our Patreons. Y'all are awesome. We are definitely appreciated. We appreciate all our listeners, but definitely it's a softer heart, place in our heart for the Patreons because they help us help other people, and they do that financially. You can go to loveologypodcast.com. You can find that button that says become a Patreon. Yes, we have 3 tiers. You can just decide to pick a tier and join us, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely. And if you have any questions, we have some people that shooting us some emails and have some questions. Don't forget to email us at loveologypodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. And if you want to hear, topics, if you want us to talk about something or reach out to someone, we will do that. So
Yeah,
just hit us up.
got some suggestions.
Yes.
Don't definitely don't hesitate to email us, and don't if you like what you're hearing so far, man, share it, spread it, text it, sing to somebody about Loveology Podcast.
He went too far with that one.
Well,
Sing
sometimes
to somebody.
I'll be like, oh, have you listened to the Loveology Podcast? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta sing a little bit.
Okay.
All right, come on, let's go, baby. Let's get in here.
Well, you go first.
Well, okay, well.
Let us know what was some of your favorite episodes.
I had a few of them, so a lot of these episodes really touch my heart. Again, I've probably grown the most. So it's a lot of episodes that really would have, helped me. You know what I'm saying? I think that really grew me a lot in one episode would be A Woman's Work.
Ooh, Lord.
What?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So A Woman's Work is, it really talks about how women do a lot of invisible work around the house that the man, the husband, doesn't really pay attention to. And it doesn't have to be just a woman. It could be the man could be doing a lot of work. And,
yes.
So basically it's just the overworking of one particular partner and learning how to redistribute these duties to, if not just the one partner or to the entire family, because kids can, as kids grow up, they can help.
Right.
So yeah, I thought that was definitely impactful for me. And, here's a quick little, just a snippet from that episode.
So, but yeah, but they're doing a lot.
Yes.
They're doing the bulk of it. And you have time to run around and go to the gym and hang out with your buddies while she's at the house slaving away. And then you mad at her because she don't want to, get busy at the end of the night. It's like, well, maybe if you would take care of some of these things, I would have some more energy. This happens to women all the time. Yeah. And it's so frustrating because sometimes we actually do it to ourselves. Right. Like you said, sometimes we take that excuse of, well, I can do it faster. Mm-hmm. But the to get to the bottom of it, it's like you cannot do it all. Right. And you should not do it all. Right. So I definitely have the habit of just taking on way more than what I should, So that's the chapter that I definitely saw.
No, we're back live. So what do you think about that, babe?
Jason, I'm so happy that we had that episode. And that was one of mine. So you just took one of my favorite episodes because I'm very passionate about it now. It is such an important topic. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to go check out those is a 2-part episodes and series, I guess. Mm-hmm. And again, it's really important because now that women have been working in the workplace for I don't know how many years now, but it's like we never had this conversation and really adjust to women being in the workplace and what that means for domestic duties. Right. That means that people need to be sharing in the domestic duties and not expecting the woman to do everything. Right. So, yes, love that episode. Love those 2 episodes. Very powerful.
Yeah, it was a part 1 and a part 2.
Yes.
I advise all couples to definitely check those 2 episodes out. Again, because, maybe growing up, you'll hear women, typically do certain things and men typically do certain things. And especially if you're a working woman, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Coming home and you still have to do those quote unquote traditional duties, whether it's cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, that can cause a whole lot of stress. Mm-hmm. And we did an episode on that. Stress is a silent killer of relationships. Mm-hmm. So if you get to the core of issues, then you can fix those issues without having to deal with the repercussions of those problems. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can dig it out at its source. So I do agree that communication and trust is the foundation of all relationships. But I tell you what, You know, that's a given. But this right here, this is a game changer because people know that. People already know that, you know, communication is important, right?
Mm-hmm.
People know that for the most part. But this right here, this can catch even the most seasoned couple by surprise if they're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it really touched me to,
Aww.
you know, to see, you know, wow, my wife is doing a whole bunch of work. And, you know, for the fellas that's wondering why your girl is not, you know, giving it up as much, you know, this could be one of the culprits.
Yes,
you know?
we're not saying that's the only reason, but it could be a big factor. It really could be. And that's just so important to understand. I was listening to a podcast from Oprah, and
Why you talking?
because I love Oprah. And I think it was a really sad podcast, and I try not to talk about this too long, but it was really sad. But it was about this mother who left her baby, like 2-year-old child, in the car. So, okay, let me back up. Oprah has a new podcast called like the Oprah Winfrey Show, or the Best of Oprah Winfrey Show. And she's going back in the vault and pulling out some of the most impactful, you know, stories that she felt like were really impactful and playing it again as audio, just as audio on her podcast. So this was an old story about a mother who left like her, I think the child was like 2 years old or something, in the car. And very sadly, the baby died because she left her in the car for like almost 8 hours because she was at work, just being overwhelmed and just, you know, just trying to do too much. It's crazy. And so there was a lot of mothers in the audience, and a lot of mothers, they set up a confidential hotline where mothers can come in and talk about some of the mistakes that they made. And it's just crazy because we just doing so much. And I think there was a male, maybe he was a psychologist or something, saying that, you know, men need to be taking on more. Like, this should not be happening.
Right.
Especially if you're married. Like, this just should not be happening, that the women are feeling so overwhelmed and so, you know, burned out, you know, to the point that you would leave your child in the car, you know?
Right.
So it's just a very serious thing. But there was a woman on that episode that was probably in the audience that was saying all of the stuff that she does. And then at the end of the day, her husband is like tapping her saying, "Do you know how long it's been since we had sex?" And she's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm just so, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing this for the babies, I'm doing all of this. And now you tapping me talking about, oh, do you know how long it's been since we had sex? No, actually, I don't know, because every day it's just like the last day, and it's all blending in together, you know?
Yeah.
So, no, I'm very passionate about it, too, because women want to have sex, too. It was like, we want to have the freedom and be energized, too, right?
Right.
But anyways, so yes, that was definitely on my list. So that was one. And I think you actually picked like almost the exact same quote that I was going to snippet that I was gonna pick too. So anyways, so yes,
for y'all don't know, we went our separate ways in our own corners of the home and picked out some of the audio. You know, we listened to some episodes and we picked out some audio to play to you guys, to, you know, that we feel like was more impactful, most impactful for us. So that's what we're doing. We're playing this for you.
Okay, so I would say, going to now to one of my favorite episodes. I don't know if this was like my favorite episode, but there is an important update that we need to share about this one. So early on, we did a episode called "Me, My Man, and His Video Game."
Oh wow! Yeah.
So we're gonna play a little bit of that.
That was fun. Let's play it.
Because I think that when I started dating you, I saw that you were a gamer, and I said, okay, I have to accept this. So this is part of the advice that...
Let's get this clear. A really good gamer.
Yes, a really good gamer. Yes. So I have to accept this. This is part of him, right? This is what he likes. It's okay. I have my things that I like, and he has his things that he likes, and that's great. That's healthy. That helps for a healthy relationship. Right. But we get into a fight when he starts to, like, every weekend stay up all night and then leave mama up with the kids for half the day because he's sleeping for half the day.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sometimes you know.
It's out of pocket.
he's a great dad.
See, and I'm the type, I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna go to the left and wake you up.
Right.
Like, oh no,
So go to the right and get out of here.
you've been get up with these kids.
Exactly. So that was the last fight that we got into. So I mean, it had been a while since he been keeping himself under control. He's been, basically I didn't
Gamers
really.
Anonymous. I said Gamers Anonymous.
Yeah.
And we're back.
So yes, I kind of think this actually kind of goes back into the woman's work episode, because it was like I was very upset that it didn't feel like you were, pulling your fair share
Right.
at that time, right?
And real quick, and for y'all to notice that it was some other voices on there. So shout out to Jazz and Neezy for joining us on that show. Me, my man in the video game. So just wanted to give a shout out to them real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, this has been something that was definitely me and Jason have gotten into a lot of spats about his video game playing. That example was a moment where he just got in a video game, and so that's what he would do. He would play it a lot because he's excited. But so I only picked this because we have an update. Jason just completely stopped playing his video game.
Yes, I did. But what do you think the reason?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I try to let her know. She thinks I have an addictive behavior on things, and I told her, I can do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it. And so, we started to do this podcast, and I just started to see things. I had to do more with the episode. I had to help out or more around the house. I had to market. I had to edit the podcast. So I just ran out of time. So it was like, man, something got to go. So I had to leave the video game. I was already the GOAT of the game anyways, NBA 2K, in two positions. So it was like, there's nothing left for me to do. So let me go ahead and conquer this podcast world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. You had a new challenge.
Yeah.
And that's all it took, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it didn't take anything. It was a decision I made.
Okay. Well, I'm very appreciative for this decision for sure.
I control what goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So why would you stay up all night and play the video?
Because it's fun.
So you don't care that I got to deal with the kids tomorrow, the next day?
I really wouldn't. Sometimes, you're not necessarily thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? You're just thinking like, she likes doing that,
Oh, my God. We have come a long way.
Yeah.
So, yes, I just wanted to give that update to anyone who may be wondering, who was following us from the beginning. Then you guys, Jason, just the video game console, whichever one, I don't even know.
I had both of them. I had a
Both of
PS4
them.
and
They
an
are
Xbox.
up in the top of the closet, unplugged, and done.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
It can be done. You know what I'm saying? It can be done. Your mate can get off the video game. I will say this warning: if he's not that good, then he's gonna continuously strive to be better. So it may be a little bit harder. So if you deal with someone that is at the top of that game, Michael Jordan of the video game. So it's like, I done conquered everything. I am the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was easier for me to break free.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I'm appreciative. Good
Cool.
job, honey.
All right. Well, that was a good one that you picked out. I didn't select that one. I thought about it, but but I have one where we talked about, things that men want women to know.
Okay.
And I think it's important
Absolutely.
that we should communicate as human beings, right? And if you are in a relationship, you're around a person all the time, and you need to let them know how you feel or how you're feeling about certain situations, about pretty much everything. So y'all know how to flow with each other better, right? And so it wasn't a particular portion, but I did select a snippet, and so let's jump right into it. women to know that does make us really feel good inside. Not to be on some sensitive stuff, but it really is. It's just, we want to hear that, you know, we have self-esteem as well. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear that I look good to you. We want to hear, we want to see physical action of you liking or loving. You know what I'm saying? You know, some women are touchy-feely and they'll do it. Some women are they'll compliment you a lot. But I think I run into a lot of girls, and I heard a lot of guys talk about, ladies just don't give out that many compliments, and they don't know if they really like, especially like in a dating scene, they don't know if they really like them or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't know. What? Go for it.
Sometimes it's just like, y'all so needy, man. Dang. Oh, it's just so much, and I guess we just feel like we don't need all of that.
Yes, y'all do.
Y'all are.
Do you know how many times?
Please.
Look, we don't ask for it. Like, y'all ask for it. Y'all ask for it. How do I look?
Okay.
How do I look?
I can see
How
that.
do I look? How do I look? And we give it to you every day.
Maybe.
But we do
Maybe
not
you just hit something.
ask for it.
Yeah.
And we're back. So what do you think about that, Love?
I think that's a good one.
That snippet.
Yes.
And I think, so again, communication is important. So men want the women to know that, hey, we like compliments. We like to say, boy, you look sexy.
Man,
come
Jason,
here. Come here, big daddy.
Come here.
Grab my booty sometime.
I do that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's good. And no matter how confident no matter how confident your man is, he still wants to hear, that he's appealing to you, right? Because that's the whole point of why he's doing everything he's doing, pretty much. You would hope, you don't want him to be all in the mirror and all this and that just for himself. No, he's doing it for you. So he wants to hear that his efforts, even though he's used to not hearing it as often, but he still want to hear his efforts is noticed.
So do you feel like this is for all men, or for people who are for men who have like words of affirmation as their love language?
I don't know. I think all men would like to hear how they look, just like all women. I think that's a human being thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think all men would like to hear how they look from their significant other.
Well, you look very handsome today, honey.
Yeah. I got my Corona beard jumping off, and I got a little mini fro.
You still look very good to me.
My fro shaping up. My beard ain't connecting. You know what I'm saying? The struggle beard. But I'll take it. Wait till I get this thing cut off, and you get to see my six packs too. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing my sit ups. I do about 3 of them every night.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. This is another one of my favorite ones. So first of all, it was kind of hard for me to pick favorite ones. So I'm not going to play a clip from this one, but I just want to mention it because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Traveling with your mate.
Oh, yeah.
We were in Hawaii. And it was so much fun.
Yeah, it was.
We recorded in Hawaii. So yes, I didn't really have anything that I wanted to play, but I just wanted to mention that one. But we definitely dropped some good tips on that one. And again, like, I just think that traveling is, if you're single and dating, this is one of the best ways to test out your partner. And we talked a lot about that in that episode.
Yeah.
But the one that I really, really enjoyed, like I said, it's hard for me to pick. I enjoyed all of them. We talked about coins and commitment, talking about finances, communication, just so many. But the episode that I feel like really, really, really just kind of like sums up what we're trying to do here at the Loveology Podcast. It was an episode called How to Love. And here is a clip. In general, I think all of us think love is important, right? But he was just kind of confused by how we don't like take the time to actually learn about love. And I think it just kind of goes back to that most people think of it as a feeling and that everything is going to fall into place. Once you find this person that you love, it's going to be easy. I think about I talk about breastfeeding a lot. Breastfeeding is kind of traumatic.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, but I think it can be compared to what some people may feel like when they get married, actually, because there's thought that, breastfeeding is natural. Women have been doing this since the beginning of time. It's gonna be easy. There's no problem. It'll be easy. No.
Right.
It is not easy. And if you don't have like people, like women around you or something that can help you, instruct you, like actually you need to learn how to breastfeed.
Yeah.
And your child has to learn how to latch on properly and all this stuff.
So it ain't just, and I'm being
devil's advocate right now.
Yeah, I'm just playing devil's advocate because I know I've been through it myself with her. So I know. But, just for people out there, it's not just popping a baby on your breast and,
right.
and it just flows out and everybody's happy. No, that's not how it goes.
Yes.
Maybe for some people
I think so.
Yeah,
maybe
for
for
some
bigger
people.
chested women. That's my theory. I don't know it.
Yeah.
But no, that's still I know some women with bigger chested
That's true.
That it was an issue too.
Right.
So yeah, it's just it's a lot. And so because I was not prepared, I almost failed the first time, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if I just had known that it was if somebody had told me, hey, it don't come as natural as you might think. It's actually like some techniques, some things that you need to learn. But because my expectation was that, it's natural, it's going to be easy, I was not prepared. And I think that a lot of times people are not prepared for like what love is or what marriage is,
Right.
And they just think, everything's going to.
Just us, we're both in love.
We're both in
everything
love.
is going to work itself out.
Yeah, everything's going to be great.
It's just going to happen.
Yeah, and I don't need to learn anything. I don't need to learn anything. What do I need to learn?
I know all of this is about love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think that was a very interesting point. It's like, why don't we feel like we need to like study or learn or like,
public service announcement. You can never get enough knowledge about love.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something else. I don't care if you've been married for 150 years, right? And nobody's listening to this podcast has been married for that long, but you still can learn more about love. No one. That was a good one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought the correlation from, because breastfeeding is natural. It's a natural thing. People just automatically assume that baby gonna know what to do and your breast gonna know what to do and you just do it.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy.
Right.
So
Like
similar to love.
Yeah. There's some techniques, there's some knowledge that you need to have. And so I should have set this up before, but when I said that episode was based off of a book called The Art of Loving.
Mm-hmm.
And so the author, I'm referring to the author when I say he. And he basically said, in order to love correctly, you need to treat it as an art. And so in order to learn an art, you learn theory and then you put it to practice. Mm-hmm. So just this, again, like the clip said, just this idea that we do need to study love. Mm-hmm. We do. We study everything else
right.
in order to make that work. But a lot of times we don't think that we need to study and get techniques on how to like love each other and how to communicate effectively with each other and just how to operate in this relationship.
Right.
We need to study it and we need to practice it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's absolutely correct. Mm-hmm. You anything that, is a I guess a big thing because love is big. Love is huge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's so big that we don't really fully understand love. You know what I'm saying? So you have to break those things down and just really digest it piece by piece and get a full understanding of what we call love for us humans. You know what I'm saying? And it's just important to get as much information as you can because you never can get enough.
Right.
Yeah. The more information you have, the better your relationship can flow.
Exactly. And so that's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
That is what we're doing here. Just learning love.
Learning love. That's the whole point. Loveology is the study of love. So
Yes.
that's what we're doing. Studying love and sharing the goodness. It's basically we're basically doing a weekly book report. You know what I'm saying? A weekly informational. We grabbing information to help strengthen our relationship, right? And in turn, we saying, "Hey, look what we found.
Yes.
Look what we found out. Check this out."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a awesome resource, that you're getting for absolutely free.
For the free 99.
For free. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to take advantage of it, because who knows how long we're going to be doing this.
Right.
Take advantage of it while it's hot.
Right.
All right. That was a good one, babe. So for my next one, I like stories. I take a long time, telling stories, setting up stories, and going through the story to get to the end. We might not even get to the end, but I love the art of a story. And so we definitely touched on different stories. And, on the first episode, we talked about how we rekindled, or not necessarily rekindled, but we I guess lit our flame. You know what I'm saying?
The flame was lit.
Yeah. So
For
you. Yeah. So that's a funny story. We had a story with another couple. They was married for 29 years of marriage. Lee and Wendy Hightower had an awesome story on how they got together and some of the stuff that they went through. We had a nice story with another couple we had on is Adam and Maya, talk about how they pretty much met in the church and, going through their relationship. They was the interracial couple. So it's a lot. We had quite a few people on the show, but one particular individual made me chuckle every time, And so let's get into this individual and hear some of his stories.
Okay. I'm just curious.
So, keep it on you, Mr. Roby. What do you think is
Real deal?
Real deal. What do you think is the most difficult thing about finding Mrs. Right?
The most difficult thing about finding Mrs. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, why haven't you found her yet? What's
What's the most difficult thing? Talk to us.
At first, I had bad breath for a couple years. That kind of hurt me early in the game. Then my sister taught me, don't just brush your teeth, brush your tongue. And so that kind of saved me a little bit. So, but here lately, I got that fixed. That's a good question, man. I'm not sure. I made a decision where I'm gonna just get myself prepped, be the best man I can be, and provide a good, healthy relationship. And somebody gonna see that,
Right.
and from there, just be patient.
Man, we're back. What do you think about that one, love?
Yeah, so David Roby. Real deal.
He is hilarious.
Yes, he is. But now he has a new,
He got him a boo.
yes.
A boo thing. Shout out to David, Real Deal Roby.
We'll have to do an update episode.
Definitely have to do an update episode. At the time we recorded that, the title of that episode was Single, Ready to Mingle.
Yes.
And so I think that was like our first single special, wasn't it?
Yes, it might be. Yeah, it might have been. So yes, over the course of the year, we do a couple of episodes for the singles, and we'll be doing more of those too.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so yeah, Dave is a good friend of ours, and he's hilarious. So we had him on the episode on the show, and just let him fly.
Yeah, very fun episode.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I got another snippet for you. Check this one out.
Okay.
I'd rather tell a tomato joke. I mean, come on. Y'all heard
Maybe
that
I'm
before.
just not
Y'all
telling
remember
it
that?
right. He was very handsome too. Maybe that was the
Maybe
problem.
that was it. Maybe that was what you seen. That's what you seen, Ashley. I seen that too, because
That
I could have. You know what? Maybe next
Laughter
time.
do work. Work. Usually, I can get in there on some laughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell some jokes, make them laugh.
Yeah.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, you're typically
like
the life of the crowd.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
I told you.
hold the floor down a little bit.
So now let's reverse it on you because I know some guys. I mean, some girls.
No guys. Make that correction. Make the correction. Man. No guys. All women. All women. For the record. Cut that up. Cut my mic up. For the record. All women.
We're back, and I thought that was hilarious. That he said, "Cut my mic up, cut my mic up." He wanted people to hear that he's single, ready to mingle, but he's only ladies.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious. Now we had a good time with Sierra and David on that particular episode. Man, that was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, so what is the biggest lesson that you've learned, Jason?
The biggest lesson?
You maybe already said that. I don't know. But yes.
The biggest lesson is, even though I know that communication is the foundation, right? I understand that trust is important, but, communication is, not just wanting to be heard, but you definitely have to pay attention and listen to your partner, right? Not just hear them, but really digest it and kind of even do what they're suggesting. You know what I'm saying? Because what's the point of hearing them if you're not really listening? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you can hear a person, but if you're not listening, then it means you're not soaking in what they're talking about. Right. So I think listening and
active listening.
Yeah, actively listening. Obviously, I talked about the woman's work episode. Obviously 5 love languages is key for people that don't know anything about that. So definitely want to look up the 5 love languages, and we just did an episode on the 5 apology languages. So I think those are some important things that
those are some major relationship changing.
Major. I don't know if you ever heard anything else. Those are major love languages, apology languages, woman's work. It's a few of them on here, man. Definitely take the time. But what you got, babe?
So for me, over the course of this year, I think this may seem small, but it was actually pretty big because every time me and Jason get into an argument, and you've heard me talk about this a lot, I use the words always or never, or, and he would just get hung up on it a lot. And I just really just thought it was weird, and I don't understand. I don't mean always. That's not what I actually mean. I'm just saying the word.
I don't know that.
But it would just really, make him feel attacked, and our arguments would go in a different direction if I used that word. But I just thought he was just, you're just being too much, right? Yeah. So as I was researching for an episode called Fighting Without Fighting, and it gives a lot of great tips on how to, have disagreements with your partner. Right. This was one of the pitfalls. This was one of the things that they said, do not do. The experts, the therapists and all that said, do not do that, because but I just couldn't get past the fact that it's like, you're just being ridiculous. I don't mean it. So don't say it if you don't mean it. Yeah. Right. So.
Because I don't know that.
Yes.
That's what you said. So that's what you mean.
So I think that was the biggest lesson that I learned. Other than that, there was a lot of great tips that I learned, but that for some reason was just the biggest lesson for me. And the woman's work thing was just like something that was holding a mirror up to us. That reading that book, it was based on a book called Fair Play. And reading that book, it just, wow. I'm like, oh my gosh, this person is like a fly on the wall in our house, right? And just some of the things that, because I like to think that I really think about our relationship and really, really think about how we can improve. And it was just one of those moments that's like, man, we've been operating in a way just because we didn't have knowledge. You know what I mean? And so that one was like, woo, just hit me over the head. Wow. Right. Thank you so much for this knowledge. And now we can go practice it. Now we can implement this in our family. It's going to be better because of it.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. So yes, it's been a great year. I'm just looking forward to more, learning about love. And so that brings me to my next point. Some of the things that you guys can look forward to in the next upcoming episodes are some more singles episodes, like we said a little bit earlier.
Single special.
Yes, we want to show the singles some love.
Always.
Yes. So hopefully we can have some stuff about, dating online and how to navigate that world and things like that.
The cool thing about, as I'm thinking about this, the cool thing about the Loveology podcast, relationships goes in cycles. You know what I'm saying? And so the it may be some couples that may have started out with us as a couple, but shoot, in this upcoming year, it might be single again.
Right.
And so guess what? You can still go back. Some of those episodes that you felt wasn't relevant to you now are relevant.
Right.
Like love after heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? Now you can go through that again. Now you can go through making your list, right? Now you can go through us dating, single, ready to mingle, and you can go through the 5 love languages with your new partner. Right. So definitely, Loveology Podcast is about love and cycles, and just take advantage of it. This information is here for you, and just spread it, share it, and I think we all become better people and better lovers by going through this.
Absolutely. Friends of the opposite sex. We did not tackle that one.
Opposite sex.
Got to get that one in.
So one is one of our bangers. I don't know if you remember Bad Boys 2, not Bad Boys 2, but this last Bad Boys for Life. They took so long on making it because Will said, I have to get it right. I'm not gonna rush this. So that's one of our bangers that we are not rushing. We're trying to get it correct. We want to have it where we have some of our friends on. Ashley has a friend of opposite sex, and I have a friend that's of opposite sex. That's how we want to do it, but so we're just trying to make sure we get it right.
Child rearing and different discipline styles, different parenting styles.
Yeah,
gonna dive into that.
Time out or the switch. Which one you gonna get today?
Learning to trust. I had a friend that was telling me about this, that she was just doesn't really know how to trust a man completely.
Because they all dogs.
Not necessarily that.
I know we ain't all dogs.
It wasn't. It actually wasn't that issue. It was more so like a financial sort of issue of like her father not being around and deserting the family.
Oh wow.
And that being her fear. Right?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be a good topic. Trust, because trust is a foundational thing for relationships for me. So definitely, we gotta talk about that. We should have hit that this first. Remember, we talked about trust and stuff throughout.
Yeah, throughout. But this one to be like
specifically
talking about how to allow yourself to trust someone.
Bring them walls down.
Yeah, and I, especially I'm hoping, I think especially in the Black community too.
Don't let these folks get caught up with these con artists now.
Well, no.
I guess that's my job to help y'all watch out for the con artists.
No, I'm talking about like this issue. Kind of, it seems like in the Black community with Black women, we've had to be strong for so long and do so much that we don't know how to let go and like not do everything because we've had to do it. And so trust in that way of just like, no, let's just be vulnerable. Let's just cry sometimes. It's like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to need the man, you know what I'm saying? Or to like be a little bit dependent. I know we miss independent, but yes, you can carry my bags up the stairs. Thank you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even though I can do this, I'm going to let you handle this because I don't need to be doing this all by myself. I don't have to. Exactly. So in that way.
Oh, okay.
I think that,
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. So just to name a few, those are a few. And, of course, we're always open to suggestions. And of course, we have way more than that, but I just wanted to name a few.
Hopefully this inspire you to go through more episodes, and as you go through the episodes, bear with us. This was our first year, so you will hear some maybe some sound differences, or you may hear we went I think I had a cold a couple of shows, so my voice wasn't the best, but we're doing this every single week for you guys. We pumping this information out rain, sleet, or snow, right? Who cares if I'm sick? We still gonna do it. So that's what we did. We dedicated our lives to this, and we want you guys to check it out and share the love with this thing. Share it, and we're gonna have more people on the show. If you're interested on, maybe you have a story to tell, you have something you want to talk about, definitely hit us up.
Yeah, reach out.
Yeah, reach out, and we'll go from there. And again, with the Patreons, I like to point out the fact if you have a business, especially an internet business or something, I think it may be key to partner with us and become a third tier Patreon, because you get a shout out on this episode, on this actual podcast. So this is going out to thousands of different countries, and people are listening to this. We have great views, and so want you guys to definitely take advantage of that. So go to Loveologypodcast.com, find that button and pick a tier.
All right. So we just want to
think that about wrap it up, love.
Yes, we want to thank you all so much for rocking with us for a year, and here's to more great episodes and more love sharing. We love you guys and girls.
All right, man. I hope y'all definitely enjoyed us. We're going to talk more about it on Wednesdays. We're going to have a live discussion again. That's Wednesday at 6 p.m. That's Pacific time. Central is going to be 8 o'clock and 9 p.m. for Eastern. So check us out on Facebook.com and find Loveology Podcast. We should pop up. All right. And so appreciate y'all. Catch y'all next time. Got another episode coming hot right out the gate next week. So we'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Bye. You've been listening to the Loveology Podcast. Did you have fun with us today? Tell a friend about our show. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to keep the conversation going. Be sure to subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. Visit us at loveologypodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Until next time, Loveologists.